Hey crafty friends, it's Jess Francisco, the maker behind the YouTube channel A Card Day's Work. In today's video, we're going to combine one of my favorite techniques with one of the craft industry's most underrated products. We're going to be doing a little bit of simple ink smushing with Distress Oxide sprays and a gel plate. To get started with our project, you'll need a small round gel plate. This one from Ranger measures approximately 3 inches by 3 inches and is part of a set of 3 gel plates. Place your gel plate on an acrylic block and then spritz your choice of Distress Oxide sprays directly on the gel plate. This works nicely if you keep each color focused on approximately half of the gel plate and then let the colors blend in the center where they meet. If you have overspray like I did here, just use a tissue or a cloth to wipe off the excess and then you're good to go. Once you've applied the Distress Oxide sprays, mist the gel plate with a little bit of water with the Distress sprayer. A little bit of water goes a long way here, so don't be too liberal with the sprayer. To get an extra background out of your ink smushing, don't clean the gel plate immediately. Instead, spritz a little more water on the gel plate and then stamp it on another piece of cardstock. You'll get a more muted color palette, but this is a great way to stretch your supplies and get the most out of them. Next, grab a piece of cardstock and stamp out this adorable cat image from Simon Hurley's Cool Cats stamp set. There are lots of cat images to choose from, but this one works perfectly with the look of this card. Color the stamp in your preferred coloring method. For this project, I used alcohol markers. Once your coloring is finished, set the cat aside and stamp your sentiment. For this card, I chose You're Perfect. I chose Ranger's Archival ink in jet black, but any black ink should work perfectly here. For stamping your sentiment, you can use either an acrylic block or a stamp positioner like I'm using here. The Mini Misty makes it easy to stamp out a sentiment, and if you don't get a perfect stamp the first time, you can go back over it and you know that your image isn't going to move or shift. Once your sentiment is done and stamped out, you can move on to cutting your cat image out using a pair of sharp scissors. If you're having trouble getting smooth edges, try moving the paper as you go around the curves rather than moving the scissors themselves. I find that this gives me a much cleaner end result. When you're done trimming your cat out with your sharp fussy cutting scissors, go ahead and adhere it to your card base using Ranger's Multi-Matte Medium. This is a liquid adhesive and I have a fine tip applicator on the end just to make it easier to apply the glue exactly where I want it. Once the glue is on the back, and you don't need a ton, go ahead and place it directly onto the card. Now you're going to want to place this so that it hangs off of your circle a little bit. So you're covering a portion of the circle, but you're also putting part of the cat on the white area as well. Once you have your cat in position, go ahead and grab the ball of yarn image from the Cool Cats stamp set. You're going to want to stamp this directly above and to the right of your cat's head. This is going to tie into the theme that our cat is thinking about a ball of yarn, and the cat definitely thinks that ball of yarn is perfect. Once you've got your image all stamped out, go ahead and use a black pen to draw a thought bubble around the ball of yarn. Any black pen should work perfectly here. I had this one on hand. It's actually an Emboss It pen from Ranger, but any black pen should work perfectly. But if you only have the Emboss It pen, know that it works great for doodling as well. Once you are done with your doodle around the ball of yarn and adding your little bubbles going up to the thought bubble, you're going to want to put the adhesive on the back of the card and attach that to a white A2 size card base, and your card is finished. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in another video really soon.